So today, we're gonna focus on your footwork, on your positioning on the court, because when you're playing, you're hitting good, but you're not using your legs properly. You're not bending enough, you're not using your hips enough, and also when you're running to the side, to your forehand, you're not positioning with your legs correctly, you're not going in. So we're gonna do drills, they're gonna help you with that. We're gonna start first with the running forehand, and then we're gonna see how you're doing and we're gonna progress from there. So first, when you're running to your forehand, what do you think how the positioning should be?
I would say run. I mean, if it's too far, I'll usually come up with my right foot, reach, and then. But if I have time, I'll step and a close stance with the left foot.
I see.
I'll only go open stance if I really need to. I feel like, and then I'll usually close if I have time to get to the ball in time.
I see. So even if you're this far out, sometimes you would do close stance. If you have time,
Yeah,
you would do that.
probably.
What do you struggle with the most on these shots? Do you struggle with it, or you think it's fine? Like, do you think you're getting too close, or?
Yeah, I feel
what's
it in general. Not only on those shots, but just in general, kind of like getting at the right distance every
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? Like I kind of get stuck
Yes.
sometimes. I feel like
Yeah.
stop too early.
Yes, yeah. I've noticed that you step way too early. So we're gonna work on making more steps, but also loading on time, okay? And how do you get that? By repetition, by doing it over and over again. So I want you to focus right now. Okay, one thing, no close stance from here. You're not doing close stance from here ever, okay? That's a big no,
Okay.
because you're too far away.
Right.
You're here, there is no way, like,
Yeah, it's easier to come back if I'm here, and then I just come back than if I'm facing
yes,
them. Yeah.
yes. We will work on loading on the right leg. You really have to load here. We're gonna work on getting down, and then instead of pulling like this, what you're saying, we're gonna go inside the court. You're gonna go in, okay? So you're gonna go here and in. Watch out that you don't do too big of a step here. You don't wanna go like this either. So it's about that timing what we talked about. You go boom, 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 and then load, okay? Let's try a few. I'm gonna put a cone here. After each shot, you have to get around the cone and then do it again. That's good. And crossover, good. Good. Up higher.
Yeah.
Go. Up. More steps. Now. That's good. Come on. Go. Good.
I definitely feel like I get too close.
I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. You do get too close. I feel like you're overthinking here.
Right. Yeah.
Are you
I'm
like
thinking
you're
too
like,
much
what do
of
I
the
do?
feet, and I'm forgetting about actually like the ball where it's coming.
Yes, but like you really have to. Don't think about getting with this leg,
Okay.
because you will end up getting with that leg, right?
Got it.
But you also, like, a few times you went back,
Right.
and you're like going like this and like this. I'm hand feeding, right? So I'm hand feeding. It's not gonna be
Right.
deep or with topspin. Like this, we're just working on you going here, loading on this leg, going here, and remember, crossover. So after you finish here, boom, boom, this leg steps out,
Yeah.
big crossover. But big, you want to cover a lot of space. You don't want it to be here, and then like a little
Okay, yeah,
crossover.
yeah.
Really cover a lot of space. Also, I need height.
Okay.
You really need to get more under the ball to push off and to go higher, because you're kind of like ripping that ball just like this.
Yeah.
You can't, and it's going in the middle of the court down low, and then they're gonna rip it that way.
Right.
What do you think from here? Where is the best place to aim
Oh,
in the court?
deep and cross court, right? The corner.
Deep down the middle.
Okay.
Deep down the middle. Why? Because it cuts off any angles for them.
Right.
From there, they can't really hit any angles. When you're on the run, when you're in defense, deep through the middle of their feet. That's the best place.
Yeah.
Same thing, load higher and deeper through the middle. Around the cone. Yes, that's beautiful. Go. Space now. Good job. Good more. Give me 2 more. Let's go. Up. No, that's too low. Come on, come on. Okay. Little break.
I need to work a lot on my ball control. So I feel like if I want to hit a deep ball, sometimes I like just brush too much without. I don't have the good combination of impact and brush, right? So it either goes with a lot of spin but really short, or I just hit really deep with no spin, right? It goes too long. So it's like controlling that ball between like a flat ball and then just especially like the deep balls that go spinny, but they're also getting there, right? They're not going either too far or too short and just super spinny.
That's a good point. And we will work on that, and I'll tell you ways to work on that. But we just did 2 sets of this now. In lessons, and as a coach, as a student, you have to know your student, you have to know your player. Okay, like right now you're mature, you're older, and we're working on one thing at a time. I don't wanna work on too many things at once, because then you will get too confused and it's gonna be like, ooh, you're gonna get off here and like, what did we just work on? I want you to like leave here today and be like, okay, I'm set with this, I'm set with my running forehand, loading, going through, hitting deep.
Right.
And then if I see we have time, then okay, we work on ball control, but we have to work on that more. I agree, because you have to know in which zone of the court you are and how to hit the ball. You can't hit the same from zone 4, which I taught in my previous video, and you can't hit the same from zone 1.
Right.
But for you, you're hitting mostly the same everything, but like you said, sometimes when you want more spin, you kind of like push it.
Yeah.
So we will work on that as we go. Right now, let's focus on a little bit more. I want you to get consistent of getting 6 in a row deep down the middle with good footwork. Not like you make 1, then you miss one short, 1 here. I want 6 in a row, so you're like confident, I got this. 1. Go, use your legs more. Love that. 2, go. Go. That's out. You lift it a little bit. Start over. I like that. Go through it more. Go. Short, it doesn't count. No, opening up too much. Come on. Don't slow down. Still hit the ball. Yes. 2. You gotta accelerate. 1 more. Okay, little break. So look, you're doing good. You're doing great. But we need that repetition and consistency. The only way to get it in tennis is by repetition. It's a game of repetition. There's no magic trick.
Right.
Like, okay, I did it 1 time. Okay, no, you gotta do it a million times over and over and over and over again. Who's your favorite player? Alcaraz. So what do you think? What does he do? Exactly, especially in Spain. I trained in Spain. I remember with my coach then, I did this drill over and over and over and over again until it was like engraved in my body. And I got into the match and I know I can do this shot. I know like this is it, because I know I've done it a million times. Okay, so we gotta do it. There's no other way around it. Don't slow down. Our first thing, like instinct, is like, okay, when you just want to make the ball right and be consistent, you're trying to be a little more, but that's wrong. That's wrong on the serve, that's wrong on the forehand, that's wrong on everything, and it's easier said than done. You gotta rip it, but here at this contact point, like, it's just a here that matters. Sometimes you're just like here, just a little bit. You gotta keep it close, but rip, and remember what we talked about, going through that shot a little bit more. Okay, so you're doing much better with the legs. You're doing great, but let's try to play together now. Love that. 1 ball at a time. Go. Love that. Beautiful. Go. Beautiful. Good. Close it a little bit more. Go. No. Higher over the net, but still close. Go. Through it. Yes, use your legs and hips more. Come on. Go. Yes. Come on. One more.
Ooh.
Good. Good. We didn't get 6 in a row. You got 4. Let's try again. You start off beautifully, but you get tired, and then your legs don't work as well as like first 3-4 shots. It's about who can do better when they're tired. When your legs are tired, his legs are tired too.
Right.
But who's gonna show the strength then? Okay? And it's about doing it right now.
Yeah.
At this moment right here. Okay? So you get tired, don't think about you're tired. Think about this one ball you're hitting. Don't think about how many more you need to get.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Come on. Ooh. Oh God. Oh. No, you didn't get into position. Come on, come on. More steps now. Come on. 1.
Higher?
Deeper. Yeah, deeper. Yes. 2. Come on, you got this. 3. Beautiful. Come on, come on, come on. 4. Beautiful. Come on, come on. 5. Come on, you got this one. Match point. 6.
Holy
You did it. Good job.
that was better.